all the way. That was supporting the right to keep the Union together, that the states could not override the government in certain ways, and that everyone was free and equal.
We essentially had two things going on before the Civil War. One of them was you had a tax on imported goods from Britain. What they're trying to do is keep the factories up north from shutting down because they're being undercut from the imported goods. Kind of like what's happening today with China. The other thing that you had was in DC they were cracking down on slavery, which is what made the South productivity. And so with all these laws about slavery, the Confederates finally said, we've had enough. No, South Carolina was the first one to secede.
Start with a piece of paper like this. Then you roll it up. You then put this powder. This is what explodes in the gun. You put this in here, you twist it up, much like this. Hey Riley, go get the gun right over there. When you're in the battle, this is what you'll be seeing. Is you take a round out with the black powder in it, you bite off the top, you pour the gunpowder down the barrel. Get one of these. This is called cap. It's percussion. There's a little bit of black powder in there. Put this there, and then when you pull the trigger, it hits the cap, which explodes and ignites the powder in the barrel. And then when the gunpowder explodes, it pushes the bullet out the barrel. Hopefully hits something.
Women did occasionally accompany their husbands out to the field, not very often. Later in the war, there were women out as nurses. The Sanitary Commission, which was a group of people that collected a lot of equipment for the soldiers. They got together supplies, quilts, food.
What he uses. Sergeant Major seemed to not like me for the first time.
What?
He was checking my rifle and saying, "Hey son, your rifle isn't greased enough."
It never will be.
Yeah.
All right, this is Molly. She is a 12-pound Napoleon, 1857. She can pretty much fire any kind of ammunition. It's both a long-range and a short-range gun. Because it's saying that if you run out of cannonballs, you can fire sticks, rocks, forks, nails, pretty much anything you can find as long as you have powder.
Morning, ladies.
Texas, according to the Articles of Secession, listed the right for slavery as a reason to secede. So for them, Washington was as far away as England, and answering to a government in Washington, D.C. was not really any different than answering to a government in England who didn't really have any idea.
Okay. Now, do it carefully, because the first time you bring the sucker back and slam it back and hit somebody in the shin, it's not going to be happening.